Welcome back to Las Vegas and the U.S. National Wrestling Championships. Lon McCarran and Jim Shear once again joined by Tom Brands, getting set for one of the highlight matches of the evening. Men's freestyle at 152, featuring that man right there. You saw Lincoln McIlravy in the red from Iowa City, Iowa, two-time world champ, two-time national champ, three-time NCAA champ, taking on an old nemesis, Chris Bono from Ames, Iowa. Two-time Sunkist Open champion. He was an NCAA champ for Iowa State back in 1996. And in a major meet has never beat Lincoln McIlravy. And their history goes back a long way, Jim Shear.
Yeah, they've wrestled each other so many times in so many close matches. And sometimes it's hard when you've wrestled somebody so much to really get your offense because they know each other so well. It's hard to score.
We begin now the second period of action. No points scored in the opening 3 minutes between McIlravy and Bono. Tom Brands, curious how Lincoln is adjusting to a coaching role now with the University of Iowa, the NCAA champion Iowa Hawkeyes.
He's doing real well. He helps the guys in the room, but you got to remember he's a competitor first. He has some unfinished business as well. He was third in the world last year, and his favorite color is gold too. And so you have to be a little selfish there, but he does a good job in the room.
Dan Gable, former head coach at the University of Iowa, in the corner, along with current Iowa head coach Jim Zaleski in the corner of Lincoln McIlravy.
It's pretty quiet over there right now, really intently studying what's going on. I would have to think this match is probably playing out the way Bono would want at this point.
That's what I was going to say, is Bono right now, he's put himself in pretty good position. And one thing about Bono is you got to watch yourself on the edge of the mat here. Like right now, Lincoln needs to circle in. And actually, Chris is doing a good job right there.
Yeah, Lincoln needs to be careful as they come flying into our,
he has to circle.
Our announcer's table here.
Now, you talk about this match so far working into Bono's favor, but we've seen Lincoln take his opponent into overtime on purpose, only to know that he is better conditioned. Is that what he can think against Bono?
Well, Bono's a really excellently conditioned athlete as well. I don't think he's going to get tired. And Lincoln not being able to score early really plays in Bono's favor. But Lincoln's an awesome competitor. He'll go hard right at the end all the way through the overtime.
Bono's doing a good job of neutralizing Lincoln.
That's exactly right. I think the contrast of styles, Bono's going to try and win by countering, maybe scoring on the edge. Lincoln's going to win by being technically better. Great shot.
That's a nice shot off the underhook right there. That's kind of what I was talking about. When he goes to the leg and that underhook, he needs to bring both hands to it and drive through it.
With a minute 35 to go in the second period, McIlravy with the first point on the board.
That's a big point because he can loosen up now and extend a little more risk on his offense.
Bono, on the other hand, maybe has to risk a little bit more.
Exactly. It's got to come at him.
Lincoln, a lot of times you see him on the head there. You see him pulling on the head. I don't see that tonight.
No, he hasn't been up top on the head as much as usual.
He needs to pull that head and keep that head moving.
Could that be perhaps that it hasn't had the effect that he desired over the years against Bono? I mean, you change your style. If you know a wrestler, your opponent real well?
Well, any time that you can move a guy's head, you're doing what you need to do there, and you're controlling him. So
we see Bono doing that now.
It just doesn't seem to be that Lincoln's going to what he does best.
Yeah, he's maybe attacked him a little bit square, a little bit straight up, but not enough motion, not enough multiple attacks.
As a coach, what you'd say to Lincoln is there's too much hand fighting right now.
3 points are a must in regulation to win a match. Right now, 1-0. McIlravy on top of Bono, 20 seconds to go. Hey, Bono had his hand caught in the singlet of McIlravy, back to center.
Lincoln's had one problem. He comes into the middle, and when the whistle blows, sometimes he's mentally not quite there, giving up a few quick points. Haven't seen that yet tonight. He's got to look out for that going into the overtime.
Like we've talked about, the big thing with Lincoln is he's got a circle on the edge.
Bobby Douglas, the head coach at Iowa State, where Chris Bono won his NCAA championship.
It's one of Bobby's first athletes there, and I know he has a real strong affinity for Chris, and I'd like to see him do well and win this title.
And we have moved into overtime, just like that. 3-minute overtime period. Lincoln McIlravy and Chris Bono. McIlravy in the red with a 1-0 lead. Do you expect to see Lincoln go more offensive, or can he live with this 1-0?
Well, if he gets in position, gets an underhook or gets an angle, he'll shoot. But he's not going to take any major risks.
And Bono was the one taking the risk. McIlravy sidestep. He leads 2-0. Bono now has to pull out all the stops. It'll be tough to do down on the mat.
Looks to me like Chris is a little bit arm weary, a little bit tired maybe.
I don't think he's been wrestling as much as Lincoln has either. So he is finding himself in oxygen debt here, perhaps in overtime. And there's the turn.
That's a nice gut wrench there.
And
driving forward, keeping the elbows locked.
And a 2-point maneuver, and that does do it. Lincoln McIlravy with a 4-0 victory over Chris Bono. And it is now a 3-time national champion. We will call Lincoln McIlravy. And with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in overtime, it was McIlravy getting the points he needed to become national champion as a men's freestyle wrestler at 152 pounds. And so now the first takedown, we saw McIlravy score on Bono. Nice and simple, classic 1-point maneuver. And then the second 1-point maneuver just worked him through like a bull. McIlravy sidesteps Bono and comes up with that second point, and then he got the gut wrench to clinch it in overtime. Lincoln McIlravy, again, a national champion, now in Las Vegas. Here he is now with Jim Shear.
I know you've really been working on the parterre position the last year and a half, but it's still risky in overtime to go with that gut wrench.
Yeah, the guys are slippery, and you know, I was looking for it the whole match, but I finally felt like it was finally there, and I guess when you train for something, you got to go out and try it.
Lincoln McIlravy came up with a big 2-point gut wrench turn on Chris Bono in overtime to secure another national title for the man out of University of Iowa. Lincoln McIlravy, a winner at 152. Back with more of our U.S. National Wrestling Championships from Las Vegas in just a moment.